on design thinking also. Sir has acted as resource person in more than 60 faculty development programs related to academic leadership, new age teaching pedagogy, research, case teaching and writing, and simulation-based teaching. Apart from being a regular speaker in various national and international conferences. Sir is a recipient of JRF from UGC and other research grants from UK-India Education and Research Initiative, European Commission, as well as Department of Science and Technology. As an very ingenious researcher and writer, Sir has published 60 plus research papers, 2 textbooks, 10 edited and reference books, apart from editing 4 Scopus listed journal special issues. Sir has supervised 7 PhD and 10 MPhil research appreciation award from Ms. Smriti Zubin Irani, the then Honorable Minister of Human Resource Development, Government of India. On different academic and administrative assignments, Sir has traveled to countries like UK, Spain, Portugal, Sri Lanka, Nigeria, Thailand, and Dubai. This is, I would say, a very, very small introduction to Sir's personality. He is much more than, so not taking much of the time between and Sir. Now I hand over the baton to Rajesh Verma, sir, for pursuing the session, sir. Sir, welcome to On the Board, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor Ajay. And a very good evening to all of you. It's always a pleasure to speak to the students in this mode. And I have always been lucky that I have been invited by them for regular interaction with the students. So I'm sure, thank you for the introduction, but I'm sure I would be able to do some justice to that introduction. So as you can see on the screen, the topic for today is Blue Ocean Strategy, right? And the underlying statement which is written here is creating uncontested markets. So the word uncontested means where there is no competition. So in today's era, can there be such markets? That's the biggest question. But let me tell you, all of you, that when I go through my presentation, and I'll try and interact with you in whatever way you can ask me questions also in between. Let me tell you, I'm not here to teach anything, right? So I'll not make it technical, but I'll just do a storytelling, right? So I'll just take you through a story, and probably towards the end of the session, I should be able to make some or create some idea into your mind about what is Blue Ocean Strategy, how you all can use it in your organization, wherever you're working, how can you use this strategy, and how you can try and do away with the competition. So let us get started with this. And if you look at in this session of 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes, what I'll try and do is I'll try and make you understand something which probably is the need of that. How do you convert non-customer can understand this, and if companies can understand this and they can convert customers, I think that is what will bring business to them, right? So that is the first thing I'll be talking about. Second thing is, how do we make competition irrelevant? So there is a lot of competition, but I just want to change the rule of the games, and I want to make the competitors irrelevant, right? So that's the second thing which I'll try and make you understand through this small interaction. And the third and final thing which I'll try and attempt is that how do you create uncontested market space? Uncontested means where nobody has ever tried, or the competition becomes irrelevant. So these three are interrelated to each other. And that answer lies in the Blue Ocean Strategy, right? So that's what I'll attempt to do today. And I'll make an attempt that you understand all these 3 dimensions. So as I said, I'll try and build up a story for you all, and I'll not at all make it technical for you people. So what I'll try and do is I'll just try and on this slide, it says life in USA in 1900s, right? So you'll have to go back. try and imagine certain things, go back and see, this is how people used to work there, people used to look there. That's what they are looking at, right? Plus, during 1900s, US was going through industrializations, right? So a lot of people were working, going out and working in the industries. So it was less of entrepreneurial orientation, but it was more to do with going and working in the industry, right? So that was the period at that time which was going on. Because there was a lot of demand of skilled labor, the women also started entering the workforce, right? So earlier, like India, which is male dominated and which was male dominated, US also was male dominated before 1900s. But then because of industrialization, there was shortage of workforce, and women also started going there. So women plays a very important role in the era which I am talking of here, right? Now, how do people shave at that time, right? So you can understand I'm talking about US and I talk more about shaving, right? So that's what it is. So shaving at that particular point of time probably was more to do with the barbers, right? Barber shops. So it was more to do with the barber shop, and rather than your own individual at home, shaving was less, right? So it was more to do with the shops. So that was the era. And if you look at history of shaving, it didn't start in 1900s, right? It didn't start in 1900. So it started way before that, much way before that. And if you can see, in 1762, probably we had started using an instrument to shave, and that's how it looked like, right? If you understand, most of you would probably know that it was known as ustra, right? That was one steel piece, and it was known as ustra. So that was the shaving. So people, some of people who are just joined, I'm just repeating it, that I'm talking of blue ocean strategy. I'll be talking of converting non-customers into customers. I'll be talking of making competition irrelevant. And I'll also be talking about how do you make competition redundant, right? So there is no competition. It's a very unique, uncontested market. And I'm talking about US, and I'm talking of an era which was 1900, right? And I'm also talking about a sector which is shaving, right? So in every home, probably familiar with what shaving is. And 1900s, so it started way back, and you can see that on the screen when it started, and who was the person who created this first instrument of shaving, right? So that's what that's the background just I've created now. So this is the instrument which was used, right? So when it was started way back, it was made out of wood.
Recording in progress.
Later on, we started coming into steel piece and plastic competing with each other, right? So that's the point which we are talking of. So this is what, again, I'm giving it so that it gets imprinted to your mind that what is that I'm talking of. So one, which probably was very, very important at that time, was life-lasting razors. You buy it once and you don't have to buy it again. So that was one of the advantage of this razor. Second, it was forged blades. Forged blades means a single steel piece, right? So you can see it here on the screen that there is a one piece steel. You can see there, sorry. You can see it one piece steel. So the size of the blade was big. At one stroke, you can shave. And the price of razor was very high, but because it was made of steel and the cost of steel was high, so the price of steel was very, very high at that time. So that's the features of the product. I'm giving it again. Life lasting. You buy it once, probably nothing would happen to it. You only need to sharpen it on the stone, and you can rub it on the strip, and it becomes smoother. Forged blade, one piece blade, so it doesn't break. Size of the blade was big, so at one stroke you can shave, and the price of the razor was very high, right? So who were the customers? Who were buying it at that time? If you can answer, some of you, if you are good at typing and everything, I think you can try and send me some answers so that we are engaging with each other. It's not only one-way communication. You can mention it in question session or wherever you want, wherever you have been given rights. You can just start answering that who were the people who were buying the products at that time, because rather than making it one-way communication, let it be little engaging if you can answer it, right? Okay, barbers, good. So the answers started coming in. So barbers, you can see on the screen. Rich people, yes, white-collar people, you can see that on the screen. Only barbers were the customers. Yeah. So largely, you're right that only barbers were the customers. So affluent people, yeah, Sanjeev said, Nikhil again, barbers. High class people, Aditi said, barbers. Great, great, good. So that's the good part that you started now communicating with me. So if you see here, the answers which I'll have written here would be similar to what you mentioned, right? So the first category is the medium high income people, right? So you can see the image also of the people, white collar job people. Second category was white collar people, right? Income should be high. And some people who are working in a white collar jobs, right? Criminal, I don't understand, Ashutosh, but I think you are trying to say that criminal used to buy it to cut the neck of the people. So I hope that's what you are trying to say, but they were not the customers. And third, barbers, right? So these are the three existing customers who probably used to buy this product at that particular point of time. So they are the existing customers. And good, most of you, Ashutosh, it's fine, right? So humor is also required. So it's good. So these three categories, right, are buying. Now I'll explain a small concept here, which says that some might have used it as knives also. Yeah, good. Yeah, you're right. But then probably they were not treated as customers, right? Once in a while, somebody purchased it. They are not the buyers. So who were the major buyers? Barber was the biggest chunk. White collar who were in good high class jobs, and people who had income, right? So that's probably where the people. So now I am explaining that category, that who are the existing customers of any product. I am not talking of the shaving market as of now. The first category, if you look at the current market, which is in the red in this category, they are the customer. They are already buying your product. So barbers were probably already there, right? Current market is somebody who is already buying your product. So if let us say, if this is the product, of water bottle is the product, then I am already buying it. So I am the current market. So somebody who's already buying is current market. Tier 1 people are who are non-customers, right? Who are on the edge, but they're just waiting. Probably their income would increase slightly, or probably they are waiting for some incentive, or they are waiting for some reason, but they actually want to be your customer, and they very soon would be your customer. That is the second category. Second is refusing. Non-customers who are consciously choose against your market. No, I'll not buy, right? So let us say if I am using Coke, I'll definitely refuse that. I will not buy Pepsi. Refusing, clear cut, I will not use it, right? That's what one indication can be, that I'll not be using it for sure, right? So that's the second. And then the third, which we are talking of, the third category of customers is unexplored. Even the company has not tried to figure out that can they be our customers, right? That's the third category. Now look at this. What I'm trying to do here is, these three categories are non-customers. This is your already existing customers, right? Now the objective of this session is that we have to convert these non-customers into customers, right? So you should understand it. So I'm talking of three categories of non-customers. One, soon to be. That means you just give them slight reason to buy and they'll immediately buy it. Second is they're refusing, deliberately saying no, right? As of now. And third, that company have not even thought they can buy my product. Sale picked up from Haryana, right? And when the company tried to figure out why the sales is increasing for Haryana, they figured out that people in Haryana is purchasing the hair dye to actually use it on their buffaloes to make them shining black. Because when they make them shining black, the price of buffalo goes up. So Godrej had never thought that probably we can create a product for buffaloes also, right? So that's unexplored market. That's the third category of market. So this 1, 2, and 3, we have to convert them into customer. That's the target. Now go into shaving markets. Now I would like to ask you this question again. So why and where? Which is the first category? Which is the first category? In case of shaving, which is the second category and which is the third category? Quickly, if somebody can think on these lines, because we have to convert them into customers. Any answers, quick answers? No, nobody is trying to understand it. I'm just repeating it again. What is that I am asking you is this. Current market is, let us say, barbers are already buying it. But who are these three categories of non-customers? 1, 2, and 3. Who are they? Okay, so I got middle class. Okay, then we got women. Then I got sellers. Okay, good. Thinking, but for personal use, people, okay, those who are good. Think about it. You see, the best part of any sessions is not to listen to what the speaker is saying. It is that you should simultaneously start thinking about it, that what is that I am discussing here. Lower income people. Okay, good. So few good answers I've got here. So if I go into that category now, the first category is occasional shavers. Because they are already habitual of shaving, they know they are doing it occasionally. Once you give them some reason, they can start shaving every day also, because they know the importance of shaving. That is the first category of non-customers, right? Then we have second category of non-customers, and you have given that answer. Somebody amongst you has already given that answer. Low income people, they don't have money. I said the ustra was costly. Had they have money, they will start buying it. Middle and upper income people were already buying it, right? But low income people were not buying it. So that is the second category of customers. And third category of customers also, the answer was given probably. Barbers, low income people. Barber is already a customer, Ravi. The third category is women, which has already been said by one of you, right? They were one of the category which was unexplored. People at that time never thought that they would be requiring something to shave and they would be going to barbers. None of anybody could have thought of, right? Because I told you, as India in the last few eras was a male dominated society, US at that time also was a similar thing, right? So the women hardly went out of the home. So now this category 1, 2, and 3. If we have to convert them into customers. So what strategy we can use to convert them into customers? That's what we have to think about, right? That's where the mind has to be applied now. But why should we do it? Why should we convert the non-customers into customers? Convert non-customers into the customers, more money would start coming in, right? That's the simple answer. The second answer is that if it's how big is the market? Are the non-customers a big segment, so that if I convert them, I'll start getting a lot of revenue? So let us see how big the segment was. The first is occasional shavers, right? So occasional shavers, they are saying 66 million. 66 million people, a big segment. People who lived in non-metropolitan territories, right? So barber shops were in urban areas. And these people who were living outside the skirts or in the villages probably were not able to go to city. An opportunity, they went and got a shave. So they are the occasional shavers, right? So that's the problem. Second category, 40% of the total population had low incomes. And how many million? 32 million. unemployed and poverty level. So look at 66 million plus 32 million more. And then finally, 37 million more, which is 49% of the population were women. So more than 100 million, not more than 100 million, sorry, 125 million kind of customers are in the category of non-shavers. So if I can convert them, I would get 66 million customers more. If I convert them, I'll get 32 million customers more. If I convert them, I'll get 37 million more. Though all entire people would not get converted, but even if you can take 50% of it, I would get 50 to 60 million customers more at that time, at that particular period of time. So that's why one should convert the non-customers into customers, right? I'm again repeating, I'm time and again saying it so that you should not lose the focus. The only aim today is that we understand how are we converting non-customers into customers and make the competition irrelevant and create a market which is not contested. That means it's my market. The entire market belongs to me. So that's what I'm trying to build a case on, right? So it's a small case-based story which I'm taking you through so that you can understand it. And I've started getting responses also from you, which is a good part of it, that you have been now giving me some answers to it. Good. And the more fast you can do it, but that would always be good so that I may not take much of your time also. Now, we have understood that who are the non-customers. We have also understood how big the market is, right? So now think about, what do you think are the reasons for not shaving? Why they were not shaving? Some points are already clear. In this discussion, we can make out what are the points that why people were not shaving, right? So can somebody write one or two reasons why they were not shaving at that time? Quickly, if you can give me few pointers. Yeah, I started getting 1 point, Priyanka. The price of the product was very high, so everybody cannot buy it, right? That's one. Any other answer? Why were people not shaving? Blade rate high. Okay, so price already done. Ruchi, good. But then Priyanka and Ruchi saying same thing, price. Any other point quickly which is coming up? Okay. Low income, high price, lazy people. Priyanka also saying people were lazy. Okay. So they didn't want to get up and shave. Women had some myth about shaving, right? Okay. Ruchi, Radhika, Priyanka, more active in replying. Males, boys, lagging. Okay, any quick answer to this? Okay, so let us see. The answers probably are known to you by now, but I'll give you a few answers. 3 tires, why they were not shaving, right? 1, price. You have already said that the price. Second, safety. You can see at the image, though it is a Charlie Chaplin movie, and in Charlie Chaplin movies, probably Charlie many times became a barber. And if he's talking to somebody else, but there he can. So safety was a major issue, right? Cuts, because you needed an expertise, a specific angle to use that razor. Also, everybody cannot do it. Third, difficulty of use, the angle which I said, right? So Ustra required a skill to use, and that skill was not available with everyone, and people didn't even want to learn it, right? So fourth, maintenance. You need to learn, apart from shaving, you also need to learn how to sharpen it, how to smoothen it. So maintenance itself was a challenge. And fifth and last point is fashion and image. If everybody was in beard, why do you need to clean shave, right? Why do you need to shave? Because it was not a fashion at that time. So most of the people were in beard. Everyone is in the beard. So you didn't even feel that you need to shave, right? So these are the 5 major points. There can be many other, but then if you look at quickly, these are the 5 major points. Price, right? Safety, difficulty of use, maintenance, and fashion and image. I hope all these points are clear to you. If you have any question, keep asking me in between related to this if you don't understand it, right? Okay. So let me see if somebody has written. Okay. There's one or two more points. Accessibility, yes. They were not habitual of it. Good. And Simran is answering. So most of the answers are coming from the women right now, right? Okay, good. Now, if I ask you another question, what should you do now? क्या करें मतलब? I got the point. They are non-customers. I know that they are the big segment. I also know that they are not buying. So what do I do? From the reasons that they are not buying, this answer also comes, right? If the price is high, you reduce the price. If there is maintenance required, you reduce the maintenance. If it is difficult to use, you make it simple. If it is not accessible, you make it accessible, right? So Priyanka said low price, right? So answers are coming only from what we are doing in the, what we said in the last slide, right? So we said, for example, price, reduce price, safety, increase safety, difficulty of use, try and do something, kya kar sakte hain, pata nahi, right? What can we do? Maintenance, what do we do about it? Fashion and image, kya karu main? I am making a razor ustra, what do I do about it? So it's a big challenge. So it's not easy that you can simply go and do something about it. But there is one EREC grid, which is very helpful for the marketers and for the companies, which can try and do a lot of things, right? So this is known as EREC grid, right? EREC grid means you need to eliminate something, you need to raise something, you need to reduce something, and you need to create something. So what do I need to do? Listen it very carefully and please try and understand. What should I eliminate? Give me the answers A, B, C, D, E. What should I eliminate? Most of you should answer this question quickly. If you want people to make use of razors, what should I do? What should I eliminate? You cannot eliminate price because price is required. So what is that you can eliminate? All of them? Anonymous attendee says all of them. That means price should also be eliminated. Give them free. Is it possible? No. So what should be eliminated? Fashion and image was not there. So how do you eliminate it? Priyanka, fashion, I said at that time nobody was actually thinking. So how do you eliminate fashion? What is eliminate? Eliminate is remove. Difficulty of use can be eliminated. Okay, good. Kumkum also says fashion and image. When fashion of image was not there, how do you eliminate something which is not there? So what do we eliminate? Right?